Hey cool kids, Mr. Steve here, and our first long distance learning lesson is going to be Mr. Steve's Scribble Vision. Now I know I did this with most of you kids, first graders through sixth graders last week, so this is kind of a refresher for you. Kindergartners, just watch along, it's really easy and I think you'll pick up on it really quick. For today's lesson and my plans for most of our lessons in the future, all you're going to need are some crayons, a pencil. It'd be nice to have an extra eraser if you have one laying around, and a Sharpie pen. The only other thing is some printer paper, the kind of paper that your mom or your dad will have at your printer right there at the house. So you don't need anything special, no special art supplies, just stuff that you'll find around the house, and we can make some great art today. So with Scribble Vision, in case you don't remember, it is this really great, cool, fun way of drawing where you find stuff that is hiding inside a bunch of squiggly lines. And one of the things that makes it so great is, as an artist, you are drawing this, but at the same time, you're kind of discovering it. You're finding things that you would normally just not draw on your own. So it's kind of a mystery. You find things that are there instead of just purely creating them, and your imagination gets really fired up, and it's a lot of fun. So one of the things I wanted to show you, a couple of examples. Here are some samples from kids from that had did Scribble Vision last week. You might find a great cool looking dog or a cat, but when you find something, don't give up, because you might find a little rainbow unicorn hiding in there too. This kid found, remember this one? This is the one that I thought looked like a screaming kid, like a baseball player, but all you kids thought it looked like a mean old grandma yelling at somebody. And again, this really cool, freaky looking face started out as a really simple little scribble like this. Sometimes you get really lucky and you're gonna find multiple things inside your Scribble Vision. This kid, Naomi, she found a bunch of really fun stuff. I love this freaky orange monster. I just think that's so cool. And there's some kind of fun looking dog creature on the side. There's a crazy looking monkey head right here in the middle. And this one reminds me of those big those big stone heads at Easter Island. I just think that's really cool. So again, when you find something, don't give up or don't quit after finding one thing, because there could be multiple cool stuff in there. Now, what happened last time was I provided you guys with a pre-made scribble. It looked something like this. I had drawn it out before, and you guys added the dots, and then you found what was hiding in there. Today, I'm going to show you how to make your own scribble, and it is not very hard at all. First thing we're going to do is take your pencil, and I'm going to swap out for my favorite drawing pencil. We're going to do a layer of swirly kind of curvy lines. So grab your pencil, touch wherever you like, and just think about doing one nice layer of wavy curves, spiral loop-to-loops. You want what's called variation, so some things are small and some things are big. So it whirls and swerves back and forth. You want this to be really fluid and kind of flowing lines. There we go, that looks plenty good. Then I add one more layer of lines that are going to be kind of the opposite of this. These are going to be all straight lines and angles and squares and zigzags, and I will usually start with some stair steps going across my picture. And then maybe up, over, down, over, back. Diagonals are good too. Zigzag down a page, that's always fun. And you know what? That's plenty good. When I draw these, I try not to lift my pencil, but if you lift yours up, it is not a big deal at all. Now, just like before, the first thing you're gonna do after you create your scribble is add 10, 12, maybe even 15 dots. Don't really think about it. Just look for little areas to put these in. And as I told you guys in class, the reason we're putting the dots on here is that your brain sees dots and thinks about eyeballs. I think our brains are wired to see eyeballs and then faces from the time we're little bitty babies. So the reason we're putting dots on here is our brains will register them or think of them as eyes, and then our brains will start to put a face to go along with those eyes. All right, I think that's probably enough. And now from here, I just put down my pencil, take a breath. I relax, and I just challenge myself to find what's hiding in here, because you know there's some cool stuff hiding in there. Sometimes something will jump out at you immediately. Other times, you have to look at it for a while. But when you do finally see something, you should go ahead and outline it. I'm seeing, where do I want to start? I've got this crazy looking face right over here. So once stuff starts jumping out at you, grab your Sharpie and go over those lines. This looks kind of like a ghost head right here. I've got an eye, and this is kind of in my brain is looking like a mouth. Now, is there a second eye right here? No. Am I allowed to add one? Sure, you're the artist, you're in total control, so add another dot if you need one. So I've got this cool looking, what might probably looks like a ghost face here. I'm gonna cruise out over here. Now, I'm gonna look, before I work on that some more, I'm gonna see what else is hiding in here, see if there are any other faces jumping out at me. This one's looking kind of kooky. And these, instead of eyes, I don't know, this is kind of like a head wrapping around, and maybe that's a silly little mouth, some kind of alien thing. Don't overthink it, just outline the stuff that jumps out at you. Sometimes it's good to squint your eyes and kind of see. I'm also seeing right here, it almost looks like a big toad or a big frog. And you see how there's a mouth right here? Yeah, and ooh, I kind of like, we're gonna use that circle right there. Okay, I'm already finding some good stuff. I'm gonna rotate a little bit more, squint my eyes. Back over here. Oh, there's a cute little face. Check this out right here. I got one right here. One right here. Now you guys are probably at home looking at this going, oh, I see a face here, I see a face here. And that's totally cool. I want you to see stuff. This little guy is gonna come down from here like a long skinny neck and wrap around. I love it. Look at this kooky little dude right here I just found. Hi, how you doing? All right. So what you do next, find 2, 3, 4 things that are in here, and then color them in. The reason I'd like to have you color them in is what is totally obvious to you might not be obvious to your friends or the people around you. So I'm just gonna lay out a couple of crayons, and I think this guy's gonna be purple. All right, so all those other little squiggly lines in there, just ignore them for now. All we want to do is see what's hiding in here, outline it, color it in for other people to see. When it's time to color, you can really go to town on this if you want, or you can just kind of take it easy and just kind of get the general colors in here. But this guy, cool. And I could continue to see if there's a body hiding for this little dude, and there probably is one in there somewhere. But for now, just for this lesson, I'm gonna color him in, and I think I'm gonna color in this big, silly looking toad base creature here. Yeah. All right, so just to recap, what I want you guys to do is take a piece of paper, take a pencil, put one layer of loopy lines. Fill up that whole page with loopy lines. And then do a layer of square, angle, straight lines. Think about lines like a machine would make on there. Next, you're gonna add 10 to 15 dots. And then just start seeing what's in there. Crank up your imagination. And when you see a face that appears, take a Sharpie, outline it, and color it in. All right, that's all I really want you to do right now. When you get done with your drawings, ask your mom and your dad if they'll take a picture of it with their camera and send it to me at shaw@skank.org. And on our Weebly site, I'm gonna have a gallery set up, and I will post all of your awesome drawings right to the gallery. All right, so you guys have fun. You can do this for 10 minutes or you can do this for 30 minutes. You can do this over and over again. So enjoy, have fun, and I'll be making another video for you soon. Thanks. Bye.